Hello students, this is Dr. Dana and I'm going to be your instructor for Chem 1110 this semester, which is a totally online class, and we're going to be talking about chemistry, and that is the science of change. Now we are using this book called Chemistry Atoms First, because what we're going to do is look at the fact that everything is made up of atoms, and we're going to talk about how those atoms function, and then how they make molecules, and then how those molecules make chemical reactions, which is really the reason we study chemistry. It's in order to allow us to make the things people need or want, or to avoid chemical reactions that we don't want. And so, as I say, we're going to be studying chemistry, and chemistry is the study of all matter and the changes that matter undergoes. And here's some examples. You've got your flame on your stove, which is your methane gas burning, cookies browning, which is one of our favorite ones, I think. And as mentioned in that previous definition, it's a study of matter, and matter is anything that has mass or occupies space. And so that includes some very, very small submicroscopic things we can't really see, but by watching their changes and their chemical reactions, we realize that they do exist. One of the things that's been talked about quite a bit in the news lately and all is the importance of science and the relevance of science. And one of the reasons it is important, and one of the basic truths, is that scientists use the scientific method to gather data and determine what is going on. And I have actually included in this Brightspace page a video from Khan Academy about the scientific method, because it's very important and it has very specific steps. So you gather data and via observations and experiments, and you look for patterns or trends in that data, and you formalize a hypothesis that if you put a match to methane, it gets very hot and it can cause chemical reactions. And if this hypothesis pans out through a number of additional experiments, that can become a theory. So this is a pretty important method for studying things scientifically. All right, so the other thing that scientists do, where they're very careful, is they classify materials. If you've taken biology, you know that all living creatures, whether it's flora or fauna, are classified into different genuses, etc. Well, in chemistry, it's pretty much the same, and we look at all matter and we classify it as either a substance or a mixture. And so a substance is something that has a definite composition and distinct properties, and there's some listed here. Sodium chloride is the same no matter where you get it, whether you get it from the sea or as a deposit in the ground, and it's made of two elements, sodium and chlorine. Iron is a pure substance. It is a pure metal that can be mined. Water, once again, is made up of two different elements, hydrogen and oxygen. But these things are pure. They have distinct properties no matter where you get them. And the other point here is these substances differ from one another, so they can be identified by their appearance, smell, taste, or other properties.